Hi guys, so I have another book review for you today. And I do apologize in advance to Simon & Schuster. This should have been up exactly a week ago, but not horrible things, but stuff hit the fan and I wasn't able to post it until today. So I am reviewing the book Evergreen, Evergreen Falls by Kimberly Freeman. And this was sent to me free for review through NetGalley from Simon & Schuster. So basically this book is a dual kind of thing. We have two storylines going on. We have the present day of 2014 and we have like the past in 1927, I believe, is the year that the past part takes place. But basically what we have is a woman who is working at a cafe in Evergreen Falls, which used to be this amazing hotel spa resort back in 1927. And it's her first time out of the house. She's 30 years old. She's been at home taking care of her brother and her frail mother, who's just afraid of everything because of her brother's illness. And it's kind of her journey of self-discovery. And along the way, she meets one of the men that is renovating Evergreen Falls. And he allows her a key to areas they're not renovating currently. And she finds these love letters. And so she starts to get fascinated and wants to figure out who these people are. So she's the vessel for our past story, which is, like I said, 1927. Basically, it is the love story between Violet, who becomes a waitress and then later on kind of like maid, a do-all woman, coming to Evergreen Falls for money, and a wealthy man, the Honeychurch Blacks, Sam Honeychurch Black to be exact. Sorry, I had a moment of, but Sam Honeychurch Black, and they meet, and they fall in love. But Sam also kind of has an illness, which is he's addicted to opium. And that's why he's at Evergreen Falls with his sister Flora and her husband Tony, or her fiance Tony, and his cronies, because they're there to, Flora, his sister, is supposed to help him get well, and her father believes that she can, and ultimately she's supposed to do this before she goes off and gets married to Tony, which they say they're in love, but it's more of a marriage of Tony has Flora has a good name, Tony has a lot of money, but he's new money, so it's a convergence of two wealthy families. So you have this, and so of course Violet and Sam's meetings have to be secret, evening time meetings, because they're not supposed to be together. Waitresses and servants aren't supposed to fraternize with the clients. So you have their love story, them falling in love and trying to handle it. And then you have the modern story of, is converging the two. But I'm not going to give away too much because a lot happens at the end that in itself isn't expected, but I have to admit there are a lot of expected elements in this book. And when I say that, I mean like they weren't necessarily as big of plot twists, I feel like, as they were supposed to be. There's a kind of, in the modern times, a secret kind of weird parentage thing. And even from me talking, you can probably guess who this very elderly woman's parents are. But in that, it's very expected. I know it was supposed to be a plot twist, but I figured it out like once the past story started kicking up a little more. It wasn't hard to put two and two together. I do admit, however, I like the parallels between the modern and the past, because they mimic each other, but not so much in a way where it's a carbon copy. Because with Flora and Sam, both with our main females, they have this sense of duty to family and to taking care of their family. And I like how there's this dualism between the two. That is, it's comparative rather than just a mirror image. You have Flora, who is willing to marry for duty, and then you have the present day where she was willing to give up everything and not marry and not go out into the world, not know how to drive a car. This is her first job at age 30 to take care of her brother because her family wanted her to. And I just kind of like this dualism, and neither woman felt like a stereotype of this, you know, woman, attentive woman that ultimately gives up her life for a family member. There was a very like real and human aspect of both of them, which I really enjoyed. Really, all the characters I felt were multifaceted people, even though, like I said, some plot twists that were supposed to be plot twists weren't. But I felt like all the characters themselves were well-rounded, well-formed individuals. Even supporting characters I felt were very well done, and I feel like that's very rare sometimes to find even side characters that aren't as important to be so well-rounded and rather aren't just these props for the main characters to kind of go and jump off of, which I really do appreciate. But I did enjoy it. It's an excellent summer read. Obviously, summer's coming to an end, but even early fall, it's a really lovely, it's a quick read too. I devoured it. Like, I probably finished it in less than 24 hours, and it was great. So it would be a nice quick read. So if you're somebody, because it's obviously intended for older audiences, I mean, I would say 16 and up. 16's pushing it if you got some relaxed liberal parents that don't really care what you read. I mean, once I turned 60, my parents stopped caring. But so 16 if your parents don't care, 18 if your family cares. But it's a quick read. You can finish it up when you're bored in class. You can, if you're a person that has sent their children off to school and you have a little bit more free time, you can sit down and read it. It's excellent. I know it is already out. I will post the Amazon link below for it. And then I will also, because I am doing a typed up version of this review that's probably going to be slightly different, but it's a good companion, and I will post that in the description bar as well. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you want to see more book reviews, and let me know if there's anything kind of like that you've enjoyed and read that's kind of like the dualism between modern and past, and things are supposed to overlap in the link. So I will see you all later. Bye-bye.